Hello there, my name is Garrett Martin. I teach social studies at Fort Worth Middle High School, and I've done so for the last 13 years. Recently, I served on the committee that helped to revise the Maine learning results for social studies. Specifically, I was in the group that did revisions to the economics and personal finance standard. The steering committee reviewed the current Maine learning results for social studies. The result is a revision of the current standards, not an adoption of new standards, and this revision is based on the guidance provided by the steering committee. In general, the two most significant changes are shown in this slide. You can see, one, that the document has been reorganized with Standard A, that's the old application standard, now becoming an overarching piece that shows how it connects to teaching the content and the student application of knowledge and skills. And secondly, grades K through 5 are no longer spans, but instead include specific content and skills for each grade level. In regards to specifically the economics and personal finance standard, the steering committee charged my team with a bit more to do than some of the other standards. We were asked to actually rewrite the standard to better reflect personal finance as opposed to just having the term as an add-on. You can see the result in this slide. It now reads, students draw on concepts and processes from personal finance to understand issues of money management, saving, investing, credit, and debt, and from concepts and processes in economics to understand issues of production, distribution, consumption in the community, Maine, the United States, and world. In addition, what used to be 2 strands are now broken into 3. This change created a specific personal finance strand, an economic strand, and a global connections strand. You will also notice that care has been taken to try to specify the level of cognitive demand with each performance expectation. It is here you'll see what used to be Standard A integrated, and these examples are coded with an asterisk throughout the standards. In the 6 through 8 and 9 through 12 grade spans, you will see performance expectations specified as either foundational or developing as shown in this slide. I think what these changes mean for social studies teachers is that we now have performance expectations that are far more specific and measurable. In particular, I think it will be less difficult to integrate specific personal finance and economics understandings with the skills we want students to demonstrate. For example, as shown on this slide, the old version of the C1C 6 through 8 span read, students will identify factors that contribute to personal spending and savings decisions, including work, wages, income, expenses, and budgets as they relate to the study of individual financial choices. The revised version is shown at the bottom of this slide. What we hope for in making this change is to be more specific about what students will do. If we look at C1 in the revised version, we see that students should be developing and using a process for making decisions based on factors. The effect should be that students identify factors, and examples are given, but the standard goes further, and rather than simply identifying factors, students will be doing personal finance by using a process to make decisions. We as members of the writing team know that many great social studies teachers out there were probably already having students do or meet this performance expectation, but the changes we've made should make it much easier to align the great lessons and assessments that are going on in your classroom with the economics and personal finance standard. And for those who may be unsure as to what the standards we're asking students to know and be able to do, it will hopefully be much more clear. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it will help you to better understand the efforts of the writing team group that worked on the personal finance and economics standard.